just saw a white girl on my For You page talking about the word black fatigue. She said, "I'm so glad we're finally talking about this. We as a society are sick of y'all." The whites are now saying, "I've stayed quiet about this for too long. The ghetto behavior needs to stop." Oh! The term black fatigue was created by a black woman to describe the mental and physical toll that systemic racism has on black people. It does not mean an invitation for white people to talk about how you're sick of black people. I'm at a loss for words. That's probably the most on-brand white person thing I've ever seen. Y'all just expose yourselves completely that you're racist and you don't read. If you're interested, here's the book written by Mary Frances Winters, the woman who coined the term black fatigue. Please educate yourselves, I beg.
Grace and peace, everybody. You saw the thumbnail. You already saw the title. You know what we're about to talk about. We're going to be talking about black fatigue. And I got the book right here. We're going to be talking about it in a second. I wanted to address this young woman's comment because I thought it was very appropriate. And there have been 1,000, if not hundreds of thousands of comments about this black fatigue kerfuffle and whether or not white people can use it and whether or not we own it and this, that, and other. And I think it's amazing. So what I want to do is I'm going to bring the comment back in and we're just going to look at it slowly. I want to talk about a couple of things that stood out to me as she was going through this. Mind you, again, she does give the definition from the book, Black Fatigue, the intergenerational impact of systemic racism on the physical and psychological health of black people. I've mentioned, if you follow me, I'm doing the book review on this book. It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible concept that the woman came up with. I think the term is appropriate, but it's a horrible concept and it's actually pretty bad. Let's just tell the truth. But I'll leave the description down in the description. I'll leave the playlist if you want to go check it out. But let's go through this real quick. Let's go.
A white girl on my For You page talking about the word black fatigue. She said, "I'm so glad we're finally talking about this. We as a society are sick of y'all."
Let me
the
stop.
Whites are now saying,
Let me stop for a second. And I know I'm not going to stop a whole lot, but why is she upset because this white woman is saying probably what she believes, probably what she herself believes. And I don't know much about this young lady. I will leave the link to her Instagram, her TikTok down in the description. She doesn't seem like she necessarily buys into what we would consider the negative culture. And listen to what she says next. And I think you'll understand why I'm saying that.
"I've stayed quiet about this for too long. The ghetto behavior needs to stop." Oh!
The ghetto behavior. She didn't say that the white girl that she's referencing doesn't say that we're tired of black people existing. We're tired of two-parent homes. We're tired of strong male role models in the black home. We're tired of no, we didn't say anything like that. She didn't say that. She said ghetto behavior. What is the ghetto behavior? And I'm just asking this question. Why are you defending the ghetto behavior? Because you literally heard her say it because you recanted or repeated what she said. You said ghetto behavior. If she said ghetto behavior, my question to you is, why are you defending ghetto behavior? Or do you believe that ghetto behavior is something that should be continually pushed forward, something that should be continually propagated, and dare I say, all of us attached to it? Everybody with high melanin should be lumped in with ghetto behavior. Is that what you believe? Then if not, then maybe she does have, maybe you do have black fatigue, ma'am. Let's go.
The term black fatigue was created by a black woman to describe the mental and physical toll that systemic racism has on black people.
First of all, that is true. That's what the woman has in her book. And I've said it before, the premise of the book is faulty from the word go. From the first sentence, it's already faulty. So she's already making a bad premise. And she literally is this is confirmation bias. This is lack of responsibility. This is a lack of responsibility manual. This is the accountability, get out of jail free card. That's what this book is. It is not holding any of us accountable for our own actions. It's blaming everybody for everything that happens in your life. which at some point has to be, you have to realize that's lunacy. If I'm blaming everybody for what's going on in my life, or blaming white people particularly for what's happened in my life, then don't they actually have more power over me than I have power over myself? Because I wasn't a slave, and nobody alive today, as far as I know, was a slave owner. Now, unless we want to go to some other countries and talk about it, but right now in America, since that's what we're talking about it, nobody was and nobody is. So why are we doing this? But let her finish up, because she makes some other good points I want to talk about. So let's bring her back in.
It does not mean an invitation for white people. Talk about how you're sick of black people. I'm at a loss for words. That's probably the most on-brand white person thing I've ever seen.
I gotta stop real quick. Notice what she said. She said, white people saying they're sick of black people. That's not what that girl said. Unless she wants to bring the For You in and we can look at it, the girl said that she was sick of ghetto behavior, not about black people. I'm just saying. And she's including herself in that. I don't include myself in that. I don't include myself with ghetto behavior. So if you say that you're sick of ghetto behavior, okay, carry on. That ain't got nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me at all. I do think it's kind of interesting. She talks about what's on brand. And I hear people saying this on brand thing about white people as if they are like culturally taking an idea or stealing from somebody. It just seems interesting because she's a black woman with clearly somebody else's hair attached to her head. And that New York Yankees baseball cap with the camouflage, yeah, that did not come from black people. That didn't come from black folk, baby. That is a white person thing for sure. Let's finish this up.
Y'all just expose yourselves completely that you're racist and you don't read. If you're interested, here's the book written by Mary Frances Winters, the woman who coined the term black fatigue. Please educate yourselves. I beg.
I'm reading the book and I'm educating myself, and I can tell you emphatically that Mary Frances Winters is wrong. Well, first of all, she's projecting her own insecurities onto white people. And I'm going to say again, and I've said this multiple times, the Bible teaches nothing that this woman is teaching. So it doesn't say that generational trauma happens in one generation, passes on down. It doesn't teach that. It doesn't. You can go through as many hoops and as many studies and research as you want to try to make that a reality, but it really doesn't exist. And I really beg the question, why do you want that to be true so bad? I'm telling you it's not. You do not have to be bound by whether or not your ancestors were slaves or slave owners. You don't have to be bound by that, because you are now in a new era and you can do something different. That does not impede or impact how you move today. It doesn't. Not one bit. So my question to you is, why do you want to be in such level of bondage? To this young lady, why do you want to be in that bondage? Why don't you want to be free to be able to interact with people and treat them as the people that they are right in front of you, rather than the people that you think they are in the past or from the past? Why would you want that? It makes no sense. But you know what else doesn't make sense? Not hitting that like button. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out the door. Thank you so much for liking the video and for sharing and giving your commentary down in the bottom in the comments. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Thank you so very much. Thank you for subscribing and helping us hit our goal of 50,000 subscribers. I'll see you all real soon. Grace and peace.